Bo Nix was awesome. Bo Nix was incredible. Josh Allen was able to do what he needed to do.
What?
Unfortunately, he had a couple bad
what he was
turnovers.
able to do.
Can you let him talk?
Bad turnover. I mean, you see how
No, it's disgusting.
he has to do that.
He does have to because he knows that he's scrambling.
We didn't already.
He's
we didn't
fucking
already,
scrambling.
We didn't already process, laid out, and destroyed the gimmick. The gimmick is washed.
He's used to just sitting back in this chair, relaxing,
it's
letting everybody
washed.
else attack one another. No, brother, we're attacking you.
It's washed.
It's your turn.
I do think
Sit in that chair and enjoy it.
I do think Jarrett Stidham can win the game though. It's gonna be hard. You know, he hasn't.
Stiddy, please.
You mentioned that preseason game. Was that this year or
No,
last year?
his first start was against the Niners. That were top of defense. He threw for 365 yards, 3 touchdowns.
They forget, he was in a quarterback competition with Bo Nix last season to come and be our starter.
It's super tough to just come in and play well, especially an AFC Championship game. Like super tough. You have home field advantage though. That's
Mile
cool.
high,
That's important. You have the fans behind you. I do think Peyton, great play caller, so that you have that
Legend.
behind your back.
And offensive line, yeah.
Yeah, you have offense, so you'll get protection. So the avenue is there for him to play good. It's there. It's just, will he be able to? The problem with these playoffs has been who doesn't turn the ball over the most. That's who essentially wins the game.
Nix is so good.
You know, Broncos didn't turn over the ball as much as Buffalo. They won the game. New England didn't turn over the ball as much as Houston. They won the game. It's really about who can keep the ball in their possession.
They did.
It's really that.
I got this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't worry.
That's really how it is. So if you can do that, I think Denver can win that game. I think that's how that's the avenue. You know?
So Josh Allen
Did all he could.
1 to 10.
4.
4.
He was awful.
Okay.
I don't ever lie.
No.
I'm very honest with who my brothers are.
Yeah.
He was fucking awful. I don't sit up here, put cocks in my mouth, and lie.
Wow.
I will tell
Neither
the
do I.
truth about my brothers.
Nah.
Lamar was playing like shit for a month. You didn't hear him speak about it all year. You just
Do we really
Sitting there
care
with his
about
glasses
how
on?
Lamar and Josh playing the regular
That ma-
season, if I'm being honest? Like,
Good point.
do we ever care?
you do.
You do.
Not really.
You have to. You know what?
You know,
Do we ever come up here
Stop
after a
talking to me.
regular season game and like Josh Allen played like shit against the Eagles? Did anyone come up here and be like, "Yo, Josh Allen was dog shit"? No,
He kind of clutched in the fourth.
he
did
did.
clutch the ball.
But then he missed the fucking wide open.
He missed
throw.
it, yeah.
There was a linebacker in
You
front of
screamed
him.
and hollered about the Steelers game.
What Steelers game?
Literally the last game of the season.
Lamar, you saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I
you
mean,
screamed and
Hashtag
hollered
did all
about
he could.
it.
fourth quarter was
You
special.
st-
What do you
you-
want me to say?
You
Well, first
screamed
of all,
and hollered
that's a
about
playoff
it.
game.
No,
It was basically a playoff
oh,
game.
everything for them was a playoff game at that point.
I mean, week
Oh my
18
God.
was a winning
Week
get in. No, it
17,
wasn't.
week 16, week
Because
15.
they
They
need
needed
the Steelers
every
to lose.
single game.
And
They need
Lamar
the Steelers to
actually
lose.
didn't play.
If the
Lamar
Steelers would have
gave
won
up on
week
his team.
17, it wouldn't have been a game. But week 8, they lost to the Browns in week
Dells,
17.
they
then week
needed
18
every
was a
game after that. Every game like that was a playoff
But
game.
week 18 was like the literal win and get in. I don't know how that's so difficult to comprehend.
No,
Nah,
I know,
I
but also
understand.
if they didn't win week 17, 16, whatever it was before that, they wouldn't have had that position.
But yeah, but week 18 was the win and get in.
I
It
don't
was
know.
a playoff.
no, for
kinda
sure.
game,
But
yeah.
it like playoff mode starts for the Texans. It was playoff mode for the last 8 weeks.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but we're not saying every
No,
game that
no,
CJ
like-
Stroud played up
No,
in that
no,
point.
we're
was
not
a
even
playoff
talking about
game.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, there's
We
nothing you
wasn't.
can
Yeah,
say.
we
He's
wasn't
one of the worst
talking
quarterbacks.
I
Here's
will
where I'm
say
at.
Josh Allen, 4 out of 10. I disagree.
Would you give him a 6? He was a 4.
Probably close to 6, 6.5. I say that because, as stupid as this sounds, Joel is right. Not. He didn't sound stupid, but as stupid as it will end up sounding. 5 turnovers, 4 were he was responsible of. I think 1 legitimately was 2. 2 bad
He missed
turnovers.
too many throws,
Well,
bro.
it depends. It depends who you ask.
I think the PJ
Well, of
Lock.
course,
If I
it
ask you,
depends who
you're
you
saying
ask.
all of them suck.
Well, Joel told me if the ball tipped the line of scrimmage, it's the quarterback's fault. So a 50-50 ball is Josh.
No, it's not, because there's a difference, and I think people are so stupid when they mention that. Because if I'm a quarterback, if I'm a quarterback, Drew, and you are coming in my fucking
wow.
face,
Oh my
pause.
Hey, I said Stiffy for Diddy, bro. So anything after this is okay.
But if I'm a quarterback and you are barreling down
Uh-huh.
my face,
I'm beating you up.
and I throw the ball to you directly,
Uh-huh.
and it gets tipped up and intercepted. Is it unlucky that it got intercepted? Yes. But I threw directly at a defender that caused that situation to happen in the first place.
So not
When
all
he-
tips are created equal.
Not all tips, and I think even batted balls at the line of scrimmage is a quarterback stat. quarterbacks that don't find the right throwing windows to get the ball over the line of scrimmage, some quarterbacks struggle with it more than others.
But wouldn't you say that that's a good play by the defender? Like,
it is a good play by the defender.
but I'm not going to blame.
There's no doubt about it.
I mostly
Like that interception was a good play by Phil Locke, but also a terrible throw by Josh.
But if I'm,
Allen.
but if I'm,
things
I think it was a worse throw by. I think of all the turnovers,
Well, Locke had to
outside of the fumble,
He had to run across to get that shit.
if
but
I'm
that was a
saying-
bad ball.
That's why I
PJ
think
Locke,
two things can be true.
The PJ Locke interception was awful. If I had to evaluate Lamar Jackson throwing into Cam Hayward's face and then the ball being tipped in the air versus Josh Allen throwing the ball 40 yards down the field, Brandon Cooks
That was an
having
underthrow.
no, it was an underthrow. I'm not saying it wasn't, but Brandon.
Was it?
Yes.
No, it was. It
was an
100%
underthrow.
was.
Under?
It would
If
100%.
Brandon Cooks has to catch the shit like this, it's an underthrow.
No, he didn't have
That's
to
why I give him
catch
a
it.
4.
He didn't have to catch it like this.
Yes, he
he
did.
just slowed down for the ball and caught it like this.
No, he
That's
had
what
to
happened.
literally jump and catch this shit.
But
Like, he's 5'9".
It's
Quan McMillan.
But it's-
I've been telling you motherfuckers for
But
years.
see, if you throw it correctly, that's a touchdown.
But
by
here's
Cooks.
the thing. Listen, I agree with that to an extent. Still, Brandon Cooks had the ball in his possession going to the ground. He was on the ground with the ball in his arms, and then 0.5 seconds later,
me
got
that
it
shit.
ripped away from him.
Interception.
Hey, listen, Josh Allen wasn't perfect on that throw, but he still gave his receiver a chance to make the throw.
It's a 5'9" jump ball guy.
He made the catch. That was a similar catch to what Brandon Cooks made against the Eagles, if you remember, in the fourth quarter. Cooks made a contested catch like that. So it's not like he can't make it. So yes, one is objectively more on the quarterback to blame than the 40-yard heave down the field in which the corner had no chance of intercepting the ball unless Cooks obviously got it ripped away from him. But in terms of the ball is in the air, Jaquan McMillan had no chance to intercept that ball in the air.
I just think
He had no chance.
Look, I love him to death. Everybody knows that. I think you're giving him too much leeway.
No, I'm not giving him too much leeway. And I think that quarterback discourse is cooked regardless. I think everybody picks a side, no pun intended, and they stick to a narrative because all of last year, Lamar Jackson in the playoffs played well against Buffalo. Mark Andrews fumbled that cost him a drive, and then he dropped the ball in a 2-point conversion.
interception.
What I heard all year long is that after that playoffs happened, Lamar Jackson made up for his turnovers after he had 2 in the first half. He made up for his turnovers in the second half and gave the Ravens a chance to tie the game.
Told you that,
But
right?
but Josh Allen has 3 turnovers, and in the fourth quarter, he gives the Bills a 27-23 lead with 4 minutes left. Did he not make up for his turnovers at that point? People said Lamar Jackson made up for his turnovers in the second half with his play. No. Lamar Jackson gives the Bills the lead. Josh Allen gives the Bills the lead over the Broncos. Did you know that Lamar Jackson has never given the Ravens a fourth quarter lead in the playoffs?
Of course we know that.
Josh Allen gave his
Drew, are
team
you
the
fucking
lead,
shocked?
and his defense did not
Stop
get a
talking about it.
stop.
Let's talk about real good players.
No,
Let's-
but I
like,
will
what are we
say
doing?
Josh Allen, like Joel is saying, gave his team a lead. His team then lost that lead, and then he did tie the game. Now, if your argument's going to be, well, he missed Dawson Knox for a walk-off touchdown, hey,
My argument is
I'm not going to say you're wrong.
My argument is if he doesn't turn the ball over, it's Bell. With all due respect,
Yeah.
it's Bell.
100%.
It's
And
Bell.
I'm
See,
not-
okay, no, it's Bell, but then, but if Bo Nix's receivers don't drop the ball, it's Bell. If Lil Jordan Humphrey catches that ball in the end zone, if Cortland Sutton doesn't drop the ball,
We could do that.
If he go for it on 4th
But
down,
you see
he's
how
not
you're
kicking
saying,
it.
you see how you're saying it's receivers, and I'm saying it's the guy we're talking about. That's the difference.
Here's
Fair.
where I'm going with this. And the fact that Lamar Jackson fans want less accountability on Lamar Jackson in moments. And
It's Dan Orlovsky's fault.
his turnovers in moments, they want those to be overshadowed because if you're an objective watcher, last year, the Buffalo game, specifically talking about the Buffalo game, he played amazing. And Lamar Jackson.
100%.
Lamar Jackson against Buffalo last playoffs, he played amazing. Ravens fans want you to ignore the 11 turnovers to 13 touchdowns in the postseason altogether, right? But then Josh Allen,
bad?
but then Josh Allen, they want to hold to the highest
As you should.
point of criticism, and at this point, it's become just basically trying to one up each other's
dog shit performances.
ironic and hypocrisy logic. That's what it's come down to.
Okay.
And my final conclusion is in what I come to, because I'm not saying Josh Allen was amazing.
It's been a sexual
I thought
episode,
Josh
sexual
Allen
I
cost
blame
his
myself.
team with his turnovers. I thought Josh Allen was the biggest to blame
Number
for
one.
the Bills' loss.
Wow.
He was the biggest to blame.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that, I mean, if you love EPA per play, he had the second best EPA player on the weekend. He
Because
was,
of his rushing.
and the
Rushing was
touchdowns. He
sex.
had three. Did he
Because
not have
of the
three
rushing.
touchdowns?
Well, they were.
Well, Bo Nix as a passer had a
touchdowns?
higher EPA than Josh.
The offense was awesome when they weren't turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what
but
I mean?
but Josh Allen, I thought he was the biggest person to blame, because if you don't turn the ball over that many times, the Buffalo Bills most likely
5, you just
win
can't
the
do it,
football
man.
game. That is too many turnovers. You can also point out the fact that to this point, Josh Allen has never played this bad in the postseason. So I don't know why we are using this game as a career-defining moment in which he is just this ultimate choker, when in previous moments it has been his team letting him down.
You know
it
why?
has been It has been Sean McDermott's defense not getting off the field with 13 seconds. It has been in 2023 in the AFC Championship game, or I should say the divisional round. In the divisional round, it was Tyler Bass missed a field goal to tie the game 24-27.
Stephon Diggs dropped a big touchdown. You know, don't forget that play.
One of the best
Most of the
passes that was
time,
never completed.
it hasn't been Josh Allen, the number one person to blame in the playoffs for the reason why they lost, but people are using it. And I think the logic is just so dumb when everybody is trying to say Josh Allen needs to be held accountable, because every single other quarterback that has bad moments like this in the playoffs are held accountable except for Josh Allen. Am I living under a rock? All I see is people slandering Josh Allen. All I see is on ESPN on First Take, Cam Newton saying this is a Josh Allen problem and he's getting people fired, but he's making excuses for CJ Stroud having 10 turnover-worthy plays in the postseason and saying he's a young quarterback and you got to give him time.
It's obviously
So that is
Unfortunately.
that obviously Josh Allen is catching a lot of flack and blame unless you're living under a rock. It is a certified banger right now on social media to just shit on Josh Allen and say he's the worst choker and playoff performer ever. That it is certified. But the conclusion that I've come to come full circle, is that at this point, fans and fandoms are just arguing over who the biggest fucking loser is. If Josh Allen is a choker and a playoff loser, then so is Lamar Jackson. They are one and the same. If you can argue all day long about Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, they're both losers. They're both chokers. Then what? Are you just arguing to argue? Just because Josh Allen is a choker doesn't make Lamar Jackson a winner. He hasn't won shit either. The only person that can stand on top of the mantle and say, I did this shit, was Patrick Mahomes. That's the only person. Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts. Outside of that, I guess the entire NFL is a playoff choker and a fucking loser.
What about Bo Nix? We
it
add
always
him to the
comes back
list?
to him. We got to win a ring for him
Gotta get a
to
ring.
fit this bill.
But
You know?
hey, technically speaking, the last game of his season, he won.
Hey, you don't have no comments? Your video made it.
I have plenty of comments. He's been talking
And
for 10 minutes.
the reason
That was
that
fair.
He cooked though.
I'm just
No, but
getting
his video completely combats what he said.
I'm just getting pissed off at the fact that because when I'm making,
Before or after you reported it?
Definitely after.
I'm getting pissed off the fact that and this is why I need to take a break from social media. I need to post and ghost.
I'm fucking
'Cause
crying.
People on social media are just stupid, honestly. But
You're new to the internet?
no, I'm not new to the internet, but people on the internet and social media is just really dumb because everything is so argumentative, especially Twitter. Of
course.
But I make
Ironically, we
a
do
post
argumentative
about
podcasts.
Josh Allen. He had 4 turnovers in the game. They had 5 turnovers. One of them was James Cook, who all week long people said that he's the fucking real star of the offense, and he fucking fumbled
He
in a
was
big
a
moment.
star this past weekend.
He was good. Josh Allen was obviously more important to the offense.
Of course.
But Josh Allen has 4 turnovers. Watching the film back, the first turnover,
Horrendous.
the fumble before the half. That's all on Josh Allen.
100%.
I ain't saying an offensive lineman like Dan Orlovsky said should pick it up. No. Josh Allen, why are you doing that? That is
Dan
stupid.
Orlovsky said that?
He did say that.
He be capable
it
of the job.
is stupid.
Jesus,
He
that's a bad
loves
statement.
He fucking
Him,
loves
Stafford,
Josh.
and
His second
somebody
turnover,
else.
Probably May.
Yeah.
Khalil Shakir
Bo Nix. Okay.
is blocking Nick Bonito, and Nick Bonito gets to the backfield in 0.5 seconds. They were supposed to chip Nick Bonito, Deion Dawkins, and Shakir, and Nick Bonito just makes a play. Josh Allen's going to throw the ball, and the ball gets stripped out of his hands. if you want to say he should sense pressure better, then okay. But at that point, he's in the pocket, trusting his offensive line that everybody says is so elite, and they were the reason why he had a fumble. If you want to say that's his turnover, fine, whatever. But really, in my mind, I don't view it that way. The interception of PJ Locke, 100% on him. That is his fault only.
Easy.
In overtime, the interception, if you want to say that, oh, it's his fault, it got intercepted because he underthrew it, the defender didn't have a chance to make a play on the ball in the air. Brandon Cooks, they have still shots. He's on the ground with his knee with the ball in his fucking hands. How was that interception on Josh Allen? And I'm not saying that he shouldn't have played better, because in watching back the film, the Dawson Knox miss is brutal.
It's a walk-off touchdown.
Game
the
over.
McCole Hardman miss in overtime is brutal.
Is that a miss, or can McCole catch the ball?
It is
It's a little
it is
of
a
both,
miss.
but
McCole
you can
Hardman.
make it easier.
You
McCole,
can't
You know what?
expect
Let
him
me
to
also
get that.
say that because I'm on the side that Dawson, Kincaid last year, hard catch, so fine.
it
And
is.
the screen pass to Shakir at the end of the game.
And that's the thing. I want to get to that too. But the McCole Hardman miss, he runs an out route, and Josh Allen wants to flatten him out. But, bro, there was so much space
So much
between the
space.
corner
So
and the
much space.
safety. Josh Allen needs to put more mustard on it and put it on his chest. Instead, McCole has to like make a diving kind of to the ground catch, which is hard. He almost made it, but he didn't. That cost the Bills. If the Bills make that play, I think they go and walk off and win the game. Then the Brandon Cooks one. Yeah,
like a terrible
if Brandon Cooks makes that catch, the Bills probably win. But ultimately, Brandon Cooks had a step, and Josh Allen could have led him up the field or to the sideline, and it was slightly underthrown. And that is on Josh Allen to make a better play. I'm expecting Josh Allen to come through in these big moments, and too far often in his career, he has not done so. That doesn't mean he's a choker, he's a loser. The same way I don't view Lamar Jackson that way. I view Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen both as all-time quarterbacks that are still trying to find a way to get over the hump. And they've had both different circumstances. But with Josh Allen, there was a lot of misses that he had that were brutal, that he's watching back the film, wanting back, and obviously all those turnovers accumulated and piled up. But people seem to exonerate the defense. I know they're not the biggest reason why
We
they
know what
lost.
they are at this point, man.
But Josh Allen, even with the shit game that he had 348 yards and 3 total touchdowns. He was one of the most efficient quarterbacks on the week. With his terrible performance, he gave the team the lead entering the fourth quarter, 24-23. The Bills got to stop. Then
7-minute drive.
Then, yes, he milked the clock 7 minutes. And people will look at the Shakir screen. It got dirted. Shakir picked it up. The defense stopped playing. And then he ran into the end zone.
I'm not saying it would have been a touchdown, but at least you would have had a chance at something.
It was like 3rd and 8. It was a 3rd down play. So they were going to get off the
throw.
field.
Yeah, I mean, he threw it at his feet. Yeah.
But he threw it at his feet. He threw it at his feet because Jonathan Cooper read the screen out. He was right there in the vicinity. Josh Allen looked at him, hesitated, and then just dirted it because Jonathan Cooper was in the throwing lane.
Dirted, but like it could have very easily been a completion.
I've seen
Yes,
Josh
it could have
Allen
been a completion, but
much more
it wasn't going to
difficult.
be a touchdown. People assume
Probably not.
the
No.
defense stopped playing once it was dirty. They
100%.
stopped even trying to chase Shakir. It was going to be a 4th down anyway. Then you have the lead 27-23 with 4 minutes left. At that point, it is a team sport. I saw Jalen Hurts go 3 and out, and then his defense stopped Matthew Stafford from scoring.
What you're asking right now is unfair because the defense had been unable to stop the Broncos offense the entire first half.
The third quarter, they stopped
and
them multiple
exactly
times.
why I say that. In the entire second half, we were boxed.
I'm not being unfair because just like the Bills defense in the first half, they were awful. In the third quarter, they played better. In the fourth quarter, they had to stop to begin the fourth quarter. But when it mattered most and they needed to get a drive
You're
to
right.
stop them, they didn't.
They gagged.
And they had a 3rd and 11. I mean, if you're telling me you
gagged.
have Bo Nix 3rd and 11 at Broncos offense 3rd and 11, and you have to get 2 stops, I'm thinking at the very least, you're not going to let them convert this 3rd and 11. That's what I'm thinking. And they led up multiple third down conversions on that drive. Bo Nix and the Broncos offense scored with 55 seconds left on the clock, up 3 points, and Josh Allen was able to get them into field goal position to kick the field goal. Shout out to Matt Prater. He missed the throw to Dawson Knox, and I'm not saying that he didn't. Like, yes, he had his fair share of bad moments. He also had his fair share of good moments. And the reason why you were able to come back in the first place is because of how great Josh Allen played in moments. It wasn't a complete disaster of a game, and even still, he gave the team a lead with 4 minutes left. You get one stop, the Bills are victorious, and that's why I think most of these talking points in regards to win and losses are process oriented.
Saved your legacy.
I love him.
He saved your fucking legacy.
Most of these wins and
As
losses.
much as he killed your legacy, he also fucking blessed you.
I was ecstatic.
I wish you guys could have watched this game with me. Shout out to Tyler. Tyler saw me go
didn't
through
invite
every
us.
single human. I couldn't. You're right. In hindsight, I wasn't gonna happen. I needed to watch this alone.
But the narratives around players are often result instead of process oriented. And here goes again with the if
Man.
the Bills defense.
You have no leg to stand on.
I know, it's great.
If the Bills defense, they get a stop, and the Bills win that game, we are talking about Josh Allen's turnovers, but we are also talking about all the great moments that he had in that game too, that led up to them being able to win the football game.
That's been this whole playoffs.
Because the prime example is Drake May.
Exactly.
Drake May's defense has did the heavy lifting for them. Because the result has been a win, Drake May has not caught any backlash.
Correct.
Caleb Williams against the Packers.
Exactly.
If the result was not, and that's what pisses me off about these narratives, is because it's result oriented and not process oriented. There is no context given to anybody, and this is not me exonerating in any way, shape, or form Josh Allen's performance. I think Josh Allen, if he has a B game, I think Josh Allen played a C game. If he has a B game,
I give him a D.
they win. Even worse, he played a D, whatever.
Yeah.
If he has a B game, they win. If he has 2 less turnovers, they win. If he doesn't fumble before the first half, the probability of them winning maybe jumps up a little bit more. I thought that he put the team in a bind with his turnovers, but as I mentioned earlier,
Kept him in it.
of the 3 turnovers that he had, it resulted in 3 points. It resulted in 6 points for the Broncos offense.
Oh, he had 4 turnovers.
He
The
did have 4.
Oh.
the last one I
to
don't
be
count
fair,
as a
all right.
turnover.
Which one?
He had a
The
fumble that
fourth
wasn't
the
recovered.
fourth
Yeah,
turnover,
I'll
the
count
interception
it.
in overtime.
Why doesn't that count?
Because I don't think that's a turnover-worthy play by Josh Allen.
No, but I mean, it counts towards him. That's like not counting the PJ Lock,
No, the PJ Lock was a bad play.
but it didn't lead to points.
No, but
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
In
if you're not
regu-
going to count the play of the game, you could argue.
no, I'm saying obviously it counts as a turnover. It's a turnover. There's no doubt. It is a ball in which the possession was flipped. I'm just saying I don't look at that and say that's a mental error from Josh Allen or that's a bad play.
I
don't
think it's
view
a
that.
bad play because your defense did what you asked it to do. You said, get me a stop. We go 3 and out because Cortland Sutton can't catch the fucking ball. And then Josh has an opportunity to win the game.
Well, it's a bad drive from the office, but I don't think the throw is a bad play. No, I don't. I think Brandon Cooks had it going to the ground. He had possession. He just lost it.
It was a great play by the defender.
It was like
an all-timer.
yeah. Nobody's disregarding Jaquan McMillan's role in the play. I'm
Yeah,
just
of
simply
course. No, I'm not saying you are.
I'm singling out Josh Allen's role in that play and if it was turnover worthy or not. If I look at that turnover and I'm like, man, that's an awful interception from Josh Allen in that moment. No, I don't look at it in that same way. The 3 turnovers that he had in regulation, they resulted to 6 points for the Broncos. The 1 turnover James Cook had resulted into 7 for the Broncos. The James Cook turnover, I'm not saying that he's like more of a culprit than Josh Allen, but I'm saying that Josh Allen, with his turnovers, 6 points from the Broncos in regulation.
How
versus,
about 9? Technically 9.
Are you talking about
Technically
like
9.
point swings and
No,
field position?
but no, the field goal at the end, 3 points. The field goal after the fumble at the half, that's 3 points, that's 6. Technically 9. The interception in OT,
No, I'm saying in regulation.
I understand, but all of his turnovers did lead to 9 points.
Yes, overall. James Cook's, his 1 turnover led to 7.
I touched that.
But I'm saying
what's the point of that?
the point of that is that even with the turnovers, the James Cook one I thought was the biggest momentum shift in the game, but the turnovers even accounting for that. Josh Allen made a lot of remarkable plays too. He didn't have a good group of receivers going up against a really good defense, and he put up over 300 yards on them. And they averaged 2.73 points per drive. They had one of the most efficient offensive performances in the playoffs.
I can't call that efficient, man.
It was efficient though.
I get it. The five turnovers makes it hard for somebody
was
to
Great
say
driver
efficient.
when you don't
though.
hit 5 people.
But you're telling, but Dels, you're telling me, but Dels, you were the same person that was screaming every time we talk about Lamar Jackson.
You can't ask Mr. Inconsistent to be consistent.
Once he had
really
his
impossible.
second half performance, it negated the first half turnovers. He did his job.
I haven't talked
right?
at all about Josh Allen.
No, but I'm saying, but you were the person that said that about Lamar Jackson. Once he did what he did in the
Against the
second
Bills,
half,
did all he
and
could.
okay, he did all he could.
Did all he could.
And I'm not saying Josh Allen did all he could, but I'm saying that once
He did all he could to win it and lose it, for sure.
Once he put the Bills in position to win the game with 4 minutes left, and they had a 27-23 lead, the result of that then becomes narrative driven based on who wins and loses. Because if they win, we don't have this level of animosity ever towards like this performance, and it becomes so much more magnified. And I understand, and that's what I love and hate about playoff football. I love playoff football because it's the best level of football. I hate it because it's single game processes, and oftentimes they are very unfair. And
Joel, you
that's
can't
how it
say
is.
this like you haven't been a part of that problem in the past too.
With who?
Just in general, bro. Like, I'm just going to go on a limb and say that you've used the playoff narrative to go ahead and speak a part in your debates. Like, I'm just going to go off on a limb and say that.
On who?
I'm just speaking generally.
Definitely
If you
Lamar.
want me to sit and think, yeah, without a doubt in the past,
But
Lamar.
here, Lamar Jackson, he's an all-time quarterback, the same as Allen, but Allen is most definitely a better playoff performer than Josh. Josh Allen is most definitely a better playoff performer than Lamar Jackson. Just base level, looking at all their games and what they've done since 2020. Josh Allen averages 1.2 turnover-worthy plays per game in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson averages 1.4. They are both turnover-prone in the postseason.
I'm not telling you to compare them. I'm just saying in the past, which, hey, W on you for growth. I'm fine with this. But this has been a near 30-minute monologue on how you hate people that do this.
No, I think the irony in it all is pretty fascinating to me because the arguments are the same side of the same coin, but fighting for different sides.
I agree with that.
Sure.
Which
Because-
you said a lot right.
Because
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Lamar Jackson, all the Ravens fans that hate what people do to Lamar Jackson, they are doing what they hate to Josh Allen because they feel it's done more to Lamar Jackson and it's not done to Josh Allen. So then they do that to pile on Josh Allen. And then obviously Bills fans get annoyed at that, or whoever likes Josh Allen, and then they do the same thing to Lamar. And it's just something that perpetuates.
Listen, two wrongs don't make a right. You could sit here. I could shit on Josh Allen all day. Rick could shit on Lamar Jackson all day.
don't.
At the end of the day, they're both. Neither of them have done shit. Josh Allen's had better numbers in the postseason. It hasn't amounted to anything. Like, I don't think they're gonna put a fucking plaque in Canton saying that through 2020 to 2025 you had the best touchdown interception ratio. I just don't think it doesn't matter.
Helps him get
and
to the
that's
Hall of
why.
Fame.
And that's why
Sure,
I think
but
that
they're both locked to Hall of Fame no matter what happens.
And
They
that's why
retire tomorrow.
ultimately,
I think both of them have
I think
case.
that, what I
First
said
valid.
is that the conclusion, like, what is really being argued when it comes to
It's
these
two
arguments?
fans and two fan bases who feel very passionate about their quarterbacks and think that, especially in the Ravens case, that their quarterback gets mistreated or disrespected or slighted when Josh Allen, who has his worst game, is saying a lot. And I don't think you're wrong, Joel. I haven't said anything about Josh Allen yet. I think Josh Allen, you had him at 4 or 5. I think that's fine. He had, again, when they weren't turning the ball over, and I know Ravens fans get pissed, they were excellent. They were scoring on every
What
single
number would you give
drive.
him?
He was probably like a 4.5, like a
You said it was the
4.5,
worst
5.
game you've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get shit off. Listen,
okay.
first of all, the reason why I'm doing all this about Josh Allen is this guy. If a man looks you in the eyes and says, "I don't want to see you happy, and I hate everything you like," what do you want me to do, Ripper Brown? That's a good point. What do you want me to do?
Don't do that.
But I'll
Me
like
and Dels have our
obviously.
beef. I've never looked him in his eyes
I
and
said,
said,
"Don't want you to be
I
happy."
want everything
Yeah,
in your life to
exactly.
be
So, I
miserable.
mean,
That
like-
just mean mainly Jet stuff.
I mean, no. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
You made up the Lamar stuff. I don't talk about Lamar. I really don't. I could care less about
Either way, like, yeah, I think Josh Allen played the worst game of his playoff career. But to be fair, he's had all-time great playoff games.
Cupping out.
you've had the huge swings in these games where like Josh Allen was a reason why they would have won the game, and Josh Allen is a big reason why they lost the game.
Precisely.
Like, you get these swings like he's an awesome all-time quarterback. So it's gonna be very rare for him to have a game where it's like Josh Allen did nothing. Like they put up 3 points and he put up 120 yards and that was it. Like Josh Allen just more often than not is not gonna have those games, but he did enough for them to win the game. And I also thought the defense bailed them out in situations like, yes, they give the 27-23 lead. Yeah, but you just told me 3 out of the 5 turnovers were led to 9 points. And the only touchdown was the James Cook one. Like there was moments in this game where the defense stepped up and allowed them to be in this game. I know the final score is 33-30 and it's like, okay, but
Bo Nick's
33 points.
also sold
Bo Nick sold them for sure. But it's like, if you're a defense, which I know number 1 yards, whatever, but like you're a defense that your offense gave up 5 turnovers multiple times in your own territory. Like, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you expecting to put up 14 points all game, especially the way the Broncos offense is playing the second half of this season?
Bills defense did their job, all things considered.
The Bills defense did their job. I think
yes.
All of this could be said. The turnovers, the big plays, the whatever. To me, it really comes down to 2 plays, or I guess a play and a drive. It's the Dawson Knox missed throw, which it was a tough throw. It would have been a tight window. Josh Allen.
He's Josh Allen.
He's fucking Josh Allen. You make that throw.
Standard.
And then overtime, like you get in field goal range, you win the game, and you weren't able to do it, and you had to punt, get the ball back to Bo Nix. The rest is history, right? So like those are the 2 moments where I think you could put everything to the side and put that on Josh and be like, listen, man, like we need you there. Like we need you to pick up at least a few first downs and put them in bad field positioning in overtime. We need you to hit Dawson Knox, and he's hit that more often than not throughout his career.
I spoke a lot about